It all started in New York City, you know, the city that never... I was working a temp summer job as a camp counselor and a planner for international students in the city, and I was right between Central Park and the West Side Highway bike path. So naturally, whenever I had free time, I'd be riding bikes at one of those two places because they were just really great places for riding. Something about that summer, cycling just really stuck for me. And I just knew from that point on, cycling was just going to be a really important part of my life. My love for cycling was really solitary at first. I didn't really have connections with other people that were obsessed with cycling the way that I was. Around on Instagram for a while, and I found out about this really cool fixed gear bike race called Red Hook Criterium in Brooklyn. It was a really big event, super fast, super technical racing with fixed gear bikes only. People from all around the world, flew in for this event, whether for photography or racers themselves or the big brands. Really big party atmosphere. So as a cyclist that really loved taking photos, on a cell phone, and I didn't have like a real camera yet, I decided, hey, why not buy a camera just for this event, and then I could start practicing my photography from there. So I had zero knowledge of how to use that camera. I took maybe a solid 500 photos, 600 photos, and only 20 of them were worth sharing. Of course, that's just starting anything and any skill development, so that's really where photography started for me in the cycling world, and it really only got better from there as I kept practicing and practicing. I also found out about these really cool events called Alley Cats. That's part of the bike messenger scene, where essentially it simulates the day in the life of a bike messenger in the context of a race. So it's unsanctioned, out in the streets, and the races start probably at a park or a specific location, and they have to go to several different checkpoints around the city before getting to the finish line to win. This was another opportunity where I got to practice my bike photography, and I got to connect more with the New York City cycling community, and it's been a great experience for me personally. Over time, I found myself hanging out at various bike events to practice my photography skills, and I was connecting more with the New York City cycling community. Naturally, in 2020, my connection with the bike community kind of came to a bit of a pause because 2020, and then the following summer, after missing out on some time with the bike community, I really just wanted to be dedicated, get back in there to practicing my photography. I would really took a deep dive into the track cycling community. So over at Queens, there is the Casino Velodrome, where they have a race course for fixed gear racing. And it's a super diverse atmosphere, super competitive, but also super friendly. And this was just another opportunity for me to expand my bike photography. Something that happened really surprisingly was that by 2022, the organizers of the races at the Casino Velodrome actually ended up hiring me to do some work of capturing some of the races, and that was something that was really exciting for me, being able to get paid for something that I love that really started as a hobby. I am still trying to figure out how I can get further opportunities and further market myself. Creating bike content and connecting with the cycling community is something that's really important to me. It's something I feel really strongly about. So, I'd like you to stay tuned on this channel, as I'll be highlighting just different facets of the amazing cycling world, both in New York and around my area in Jersey. Thanks a lot for watching this until the end. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button below. If you want to keep watching, definitely subscribe. And I also just want to end this with asking you a question. If you could just tell me, your cycling love story. So just shoot it down in the comments down below. I really want to know, how did you fall in love with bicycles?